Welcome back, guys, to game number 3 in this C Games lower bracket match between our two Protoss players. And this time, we're gonna be into the purpley waste, or you can say the purple wilderness, honestly, of Nightshade. And here on the top left, we are gonna have the red Protoss, that is Kun, aka Malaysia's Ranger. And in the meantime, on the bottom right, we are gonna have the purple Protoss of Enrique, or Quantel of Indonesia. So first things first, guys, you know that the ladder has these map vetoes, and honestly, in my own personal choice, I really do not like this map. Nightshade is so hard to defend on that third. You get that second, it's still awkward in the wall, and it's so difficult to play against Zerg unless you're playing on that ramp. But I digress, it's all enough about me. Let's talk about these two players yet again. So on that first game, Ranger was like, okay, I'm gonna bother you in the middle line with both Adepts and Oracles, and Quantel's like, ain't having none of that, I'm just gonna go attack, and he had more Immortals, so he won that one. On the second, it seems like it was gonna be the same case, but Ranger decided, I'm just gonna macro up the same thing as you are. I'm gonna be ahead because I'm hampering your mineral line, and Quantel falling flat there, just too much damage being done by Ranger. Disruptor is absolutely key. In a cheeky antic with both the Warp Prism as well as the Sentry Hallucinations to go with. The Phoenixes a little too late to the party, not enough DPS on the ground. And you could have, you can go for some slice potentially on the Disruptors, but it just isn't gonna fly by that point of service. Of course, gonna be able to scout out which one's fake or real, but still, too many Immortals there from Ranger to win out on Simulacrum. But anyway, clean slate. We are going to be on Nightshade, the Ranger already with that proxy pylon. As I said before, Protoss really is potentially the cheesiest matchup of them all. Protoss versus Protoss, seeing two races of the Kala, probably the Aeon Strife coming back yet again. Do you think in Canon 1, Thrive decided, I can just cannon rush, maybe just the engineers, right? The engineers decided, we can cannon rush the other side and just burn their homes with these cans to begin with. Sounds scary, and it sounds pretty plausible to begin with. But now Ranger gonna be trying to see what is gonna be happening in the first place. Pylon, of course, can get some vision there, spotting out those gateways to begin with. And if this finishes, you're gonna get a lot more vision to begin with. Stalkers, though, yet again here from Quantel. There you go, with the cancel to save those minerals up to begin with. And it seems like we are going to get a case of deja vu in this scenario, because we do see Twin Stalker opening from Quantel yet again. In the meantime, Ranger going to go for the Adepts. And you can see just how quick these guys move around with that 8 PM tab. But anyway, the Stalkers right now going to spot these Oracles, these Adepts rather, first. Here we go with the transfer. Can the second wave of Stalkers make it on in the first place? And the probes are already pulled because two of these workers go down. Here comes the Stalker yet again, and 4 now dead in the water. Honestly, big mistake there from Quantel, not really protecting his middle line by this point. The Ranger having a field day and taking care of business here, there, and everywhere. But I digress after all of that, as this Adept will go down. The second one should fall as well. That is 10 probe kills though. And Quantel right now in an all-in scenario goes for that proxy robo facility, decides to go for that push. We've seen this before, I believe, against Bliss. And will it work out here and now in our lower bracket matchup? Still, the Immortals 2-3-shotting those Stalkers, depending on how much DPS the Stalkers beside him can get in the first place. 1 hit, 2 hits, going for another one. Here comes the Stalker, and that's less DPS here and now for Ranger's side. But the Immortal quite low already. This has to be desperation time here from Ranger, but oh, surprise, surprise, it's a shield battery. And Quantel coming closer and closer to that high ground. Here we go yet again though with another warp cycle of Stalkers. And this high ground defensive, trying to make things work. The Immortal able to back on out, but this time with 1 HP, that is so close there from Quantel. Still though, Ranger gonna be trying to find an opening to potentially hamper that mineral line yet again. But he is also looking to focus this defense. And what better way to stall for time would be these sentries. One good force field will turn things around. And there he goes, separates those 2 Stalkers on that high ground. Gonna be a takedown there. That 1 Immortal with 1 HP. Trying to get the hamper onto that warp gate to begin with. For the time being, these Stalkers are just getting separated yet again. The queue is cut, and this is what happens for people who break lines to begin with. Sentries really are the name of the game here and now for Ranger. Force field, a little bit of Wings of Liberty coming back to force. In the meantime, can Quantel respond in kind? He is going to go for the Warp Prism, allow it to go into pylon mode. You can transfer from here to there, and as well as get that Warp Cycle on. Not too many anti-hair here and now from a Ranger. He has that lone Immortal though in behind. Sentry's going for the separation again, and this time gets the Immortal, but no, the Warp Prism gonna save the day. A good micro here, and now from Quantel, gonna be able to get that Warp Gates. And this Proxy Robo facility is literally knocking on the door of Ranger. But Ranger is just having a field day in terms of that mineral count as well as that gas. He has that 10 worker advantage, getting more and more production going. And every single time Quantel actually decides to go for the probe count, he is sacrificing some resources to get more units to begin with. Adepts now trying to go in behind, looking for a potential snipe or two. In the meantime, probes are killed here on to that Quantel's main base ramp. Is that what happens there? Oh, that's the Adepts on the low ground though, going for the brawl already. Psionic transfer yet again to get in behind. And some Adepts do go down already. Here we go though with Rangers sending those out. And as I was saying, it seems like Ranger was looking to be cheeky, maybe send some probes in to begin with, but here comes Ranger right now, looking to clean things up, the Adepts, and perfect distraction, and one Immortal goes down, force fields are there as well. The cycles though, too slow, no gateway whatsoever, and the GG is called. What happened there? Ranger forcing Quantel's hand. If only that mineral line snipe didn't happen the way it was, Quantel could have played a more macro-based game in behind all of that with that proxy. But no, Ranger able to defend well, able to hold, and then sends in first a wave of probes, second a wave of Adepts, just to distract. Quantel knew if that went down, if the Adepts were able to get to the other side, he won't have enough to reinforce to begin with, and that will be the show, sending in those Immortals. But then the main bulk of the army, the main forces of Ranger decide to go down, wants to get that proxy, take care of that, and when that's all cleaned up, it will just be a cascade into the main base. Quantel calling it quits pretty early there, knew the chain of events would unfold that way to begin with. As soon as the Immortals got sniped, good call with the Warp Prism, but it's just not enough. And now Ranger one map away from moving on to that lower bracket semifinals, a date with Blisk to begin with. We'll see if we can seal it on game number 4. Into the next one we go.